Today I've got my thoughts on set 10350, the 2025 modular building, the Tudor Corner. And overall, this was not a bad build, but if I had to rank the modulars for the ones that I have, this wouldn't actually be top of my list for a couple of reasons, and one of them was overall enjoyment, because there was a couple of points through this build that were quite frustrating, and usually modulars aren't that way for me, which this was a first. This was worse than the corner garage, which the real only problem for that was the garage door. So this one had quite a few points for that, which started off with the weird front angled bit on the first level, and then the clock build on the second level was really annoying. It just took like probably half an hour just to get the one thing to actually work. And so that was really annoying. And then probably the final really annoying part was getting these roof bits lined up. I mean, it's a great roof design, but it's not one that would really work overall for me personally. I mean, I like the look, but it's not one that I would use for more than one building. But it's kind of got that brick bank feel for me, for just overall, where it's not really a great roof, and they put more into the front entrance than they do in the roof. So not a big fan of the roof design. So this one is not really great. It's like they put a lot on the front, try to put a good amount on the haberdashery side, which was great. But I think one flaw for that was they could have just used even just a 2x2 round tile that has the jumper in the center, just so you can have a minifig standing in the center of the store. That would have helped a lot for the design for that, but they didn't. So you can only stand the one shop owner in the haberdashery, which is kind of a pain, because when it comes to these shops for the modulars, I like to have at least one customer inside each of the shops, either looking around or looking like they're talking to the customers. With the shop owners, you can't do that with the haberdashery, so that's a bit of a letdown for me personally. The clock builds in the clockmaker workshop are all really great, and so that's a plus for me. Do like some of those. Some of them are better than others, but one of my personal favorites is the big one outside here on the side of the building, because it'll fit perfectly on the front of the X Mansion, which I don't have that yet, but I do want to get that, and I want to actually gut the whole building. And get an extra one of these clock pieces and then turn the X Mansion into a town hall for my city, because, well, we probably will never add a town hall like the official one, because that one's over $1,000 sealed on eBay, and it's going for about 800 used. So yeah, kind of impossible. But so I'm wanting to make my own with getting the X Mansion, and then just basically I'll add the figures and the other things around my Daily Bugle and my Sanctum and the Avengers Tower. I think that'll be enough of a Marvel battle scene in my city, so I wouldn't even need really the X Mansion itself for a scene. So that's why I want to make the X Mansion my town hall, if I can get an extra one of these newer clock pieces. So that's a bit of a plus. And then the top level apartment for this build is just actually really great, even though it is kind of small, for the fact that it's a cat owner's kind of the cats have taken over the apartment, I'd say. And we got that cat lady in series 27, which I did get one of those from my local Bricks and Minifigs. And so that will add to the story at some point. But we're really happy with adding all that onto the inside of there. But I think that just all tied in just pretty much makes for not a bad modular building, but it's not one of my top 5 modulars. It's still in my top 10 for modular buildings, but it's not my top 5 for favorites overall. But overall, pretty happy with the Tudor Corner and having it in the collection. So you guys can tell me your thoughts on this video in the comment section below, and just like and subscribe for more, because I will do more in the future.